Our goal here with the Model S was to create not the best electric car, but actually the best car of any kind.
The Model S. This is an ambitious goal to create a whole new kind of car. A lot of Wall Street is betting Tesla can't get it done.
How's it going, everyone? This is Daniel, and in this video, we're going to be talking about Tesla stock. We have a fantastic news that came out that Tesla Model S is going to be potentially be launched in China in March 2022. We're going to go over in detail, talk about the Tesla Model S, why it was deemed to be impossible to make by Tesla. We're going to go over exactly what makes this vehicle very special. We're going to be watching a full breakdown of this model by Elon Musk. We're going to go and talk about exactly what to expect moving forward for Tesla stock to within the upcoming months. So we're going to talk about it in this video coming up. As you can see right here, we have Tesla stock today, which is up 4.23% to the upside. On yesterday's video, we talked about there could be a potential stock split coming up for Tesla stock. If we potentially see Tesla stock going higher and higher, potentially going to $1,200 to $1,500, and there are speculations of people saying that there might be an announcement for a stock split coming up in December or even in the beginning of January 2022. So that is going to be a fantastic news for Tesla stock if that news breaks out. We also talked about yesterday that Elon Musk has stopped selling his shares for the past 3 days. The last time he sold his shares was around November 17, November 16. So far since he stopped selling, the stock has recovered very well from the lows that it made below $1,000. Now we're sitting at $1,179, which is fantastic to see. And we all know that Elon Musk has more than 50% of his shares remaining for him to sell. But so far, he's not selling it, so it's looking pretty good for the stock price, as you can see right around over here. So there's been a massive news that came out today, specifically Elon Musk tweeting that Tesla could be potentially launching the Tesla Model S in China in March 2022. Now, this is a fantastic news for Tesla stock because this is one of the vehicles that was deemed to be impossible to make for Tesla. Of course, we're going to be watching a full breakdown of this vehicle. But as you can see right here, the total cost for owning the Tesla Model S is close to $130,000. When Elon Musk was asked, when is the Model S coming to China? And he specifically replied to that tweet saying, probably around March. So that is pretty fantastic. And also we all know that China is one of the biggest markets when it comes to electric vehicles. We have over 1.4 billion people that live in China, and China is the largest electric vehicle market in the world. And also it is a country that suffers from the massive issue with air pollution. We're going to be watching a breakdown video of exactly why this Tesla Model S is super expensive and why it is one of the best cars out there in the world right now. So before we go watch the full breakdown of the video, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit the like button. We have more than 94% of people that watch the channel and not subscribed yet. So I really appreciate if you subscribe to the channel. If you want to stay up to date on what's going on with Tesla, I post videos related to Tesla every single day. So make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on notification. Now let's check out the video about the Tesla Model S full breakdown by Elon Musk.
Yeah, so a quickest production car, to be clear, of any kind ever made, like I said, first to ever break the 2-second barrier. And then in terms of additional stats, it's also the fastest production car to complete a quarter mile, so 9.23 seconds. It's got a 200-mile-an-hour top speed, over 1,000 horsepower, almost 400-mile range. Like I said, charges so fast, it'll be probably done by the time you have a coffee, basically. And talking about some of the sort of details behind it, so we have an all-new battery pack. And then something we're really proud of is the new carbon-sleeved rotors for the motor. So this is the first time that to the best of our knowledge, there's been a production electric motor that has a carbon overwrapped rotor. So this is a super hard thing to do because carbon and copper have very different rates of thermal expansion. So in order to do a carbon overwrapped rotor, you've got to wind it at extremely high tension. It's a very hard thing to do. We actually had to design the machine that makes the rotor. So no such machine existed before. It also means we can have the electromagnetic field be super efficient. and have a tight gap even at super high RPM. And it's single speed from 0 to 200 miles an hour. So it's just, the RPM is so crazy that just the centrifugal force wants to expand the rotor. So the carbon overwrap actually holds the rotor, basically holds the rotor together. It's like madness. I mean, this is really an amazing work of engineering. Yeah, there's just never been an electric motor like this. I mean, you can pick this motor up with your hands, and it can accelerate a 2-ton car to 60 miles an hour in 2 seconds. I mean, that kind of power to weight is insane. Yeah. So it goes, it goes up to 20,000 RPM and maybe a little more. So we also were able to achieve the lowest drag coefficient of any car ever made. So, yeah. So really, I think Tesla engineering has outdone itself here. This is a car that looks good, but also gets an incredible drag coefficient. And this is the true drag coefficient of the car, including with wheels in motion. Sometimes you'll hear drag coefficients quoted, but that'll be without the wheels moving. And the wheels cause sort of air churn and incremental drag. And this is the actual drag coefficient of the car. So it's to have a good-looking sports car, have that low drag coefficient is really tough. So we also have the latest and greatest in heat pump, which is basically the HVAC system for the car. It's 30% better cold weather range and requires 50% less energy for cabin heating in freezing conditions. Yeah, so you'll see very little degradation in cold weather. And the radiator is twice as big for heat rejection. So you'll be able to actually do back-to-back 0 to 60s, go on the track, just haul ass, and as you'll see tonight, this car is just going to do over and over again, and it doesn't get winded. I think we got to take this back to maybe the Nürburgring. See what happens. And then, of course, when we first delivered the Model S, there were no superchargers anywhere in the world. So back in 2012, no superchargers anywhere. Now there are 25,000 superchargers all around the world. So, we opened 30 just in the last week. And we're just going to keep going so that you can basically travel anywhere you want with peace of mind, super easy, keep increasing the power of the superchargers. We're 250 kilowatts, so obviously that we'll start going to 280, 300, 350. Yeah. So. And then it's also engineered for maximum safety as well. So, in fact, this is designed to be our aspiration for this car. It still has to be tested by the US government, but we think we can get the lowest probability of injury of any car ever tested. So, in fact, these are the actual NHTSA probability of injuries numbers. All top 5 cars with the lowest probability of injuries ever tested, all 5 are Teslas. So I mean, with the Plaid Model S, what you have is a car that is faster than quicker than any sports car, and like faster than any Porsche, safer than any Volvo, in the same car. That's insane. It's like, yeah. So, and then the design, we've obviously made a lot of refinements to the exterior, and then we've completely redone the interior. So I think once you drive the new Model S, it really feels like you're driving the future. And other cars are going to, especially like non-Tesla cars, are going to feel very last century. So, all new interior. As you can see, we changed the orientation of the main screen, so it's easier to watch movies and that kind of thing in landscape. Yeah. Exactly. I mean, in other notes, we have ventilated front seats. So, yeah. Anyway, I think it's really, you drive around and it really feels like, okay, we're in 2021. Great. We have this yoke steering wheel, which is a little different, but I think once you try it, you'll think it's great. The visibility of the main screen is super clear, especially for autopilot. So you can see the entire panoramic view you can basically see the mind's eye of the car. Yeah, it's really cool. So. And then we've gotten rid of the stalks. So, I think generally all input is error. So we want, if you have to do something that the car could have done already, that should be taken care of. The software should just do it. So you can actually just literally walk up to the car, it senses that you're approaching, unlocks the car based on your phone. It just basically pairs with your phone, knows that you're coming to the car, opens the door, extends the handle, you sit down, and you just drive. You don't have to press the drive or anything like that. The car knows you want to drive. It figures like, yeah, good guess, you know. So, and then it's using the autopilot system to know where the obstacles are. So obviously, if there's something in front of you, you want to go backwards, and if there's something in back of you, you want to go front, most likely. And then it will adapt to your to your needs. So if it sees that you're always doing this, you're changing to reverse or forward in particular situations, it'll try to remember that and geocode it to that location. So then you won't have to do it in the future. It will just keep minimizing the amount of input that you need to do until the car just reads your mind. So it's gonna be great. Yeah. So we've redesigned the interior. We moved the interior so that the front IP is actually slimmer and thinner. So we were able to move the front seats forward, giving more room to the back seat, and we reclined the back seat more and reduced the interior trim. So basically, the current Model S, the back seat is not amazing, but the new one, it's actually a legit back seat. I'd say it's like it's good. So you can. I think it's quite a comfortable back seat, and you've got also a rear screen, and you can control everything from the back. Yeah. So it's got dual inductive chargers for your phones in the back and dual inductive in the front. And it's a 36-watt power supply, so you can actually charge like your, laptop or anything. Basically, it's a 36-watt USB-C. Yeah. It can also pair with multiple Bluetooth devices simultaneously. So multiple people could be controlling music, or somebody could be playing a video game. So you can do multiple wireless things simultaneously. All right. So, yes. All right, and deliveries begin now. So we're in production. We're going to deliver the first 25 cars now, and then basically we should be at several hundred cars per week soon, and 1,000 cars a week probably next quarter. So please enjoy. We put a lot of work into this. I'd like to thank the incredible work of the Tesla engineering and production teams. So like, my hat is off to Tesla engineering, production, design, the whole group. They put their heart and soul into this. So hope you enjoy it. So let's deliver some cars. All right.